Is it?
Oh, yeah. Here, we'll get.
I got it.
Hooray! I loosened it.
Oh, come on, Merritt.
It's time to get down and dirty. Remember this, kids. If you increase your car's horsepower, you also need to increase the stopping power. And for that, Merritt and I installed racing brake pads on our M3.
Brake pad. Done. High five.
It is back to Irwindale to see if these new parts make a difference.
Putting on some high-performance brake pads and changing the brake fluid helped to keep the pedal from getting mushy and losing the feel of the brakes. The pad is working to slow down the rotor. It creates a lot of friction, so you want to try and transfer that heat through the brake system out into the air. Stock things were designed to be driven on the street where you're not seeing real high temperature levels. Having the wider tires on the rear of the car gives me more traction, and so I can get a little higher speeds through the turns. After all the modifications, everything together, there were no surprises, which is what I was aiming for.
Coming up, we're gonna go to the other side of the spectrum, a place where money is not a problem. Welcome back to Import Racers presented by Scion. We're at Irwindale Speedway with the focus of today's show, builders. Drivers may get all the glory, but it's those behind-the-scenes dudes that really make the magic happen. We saw how Merritt gets things done on a shoestring, but now it's time for Eric and the boys at XS to show off their pride and joy, the Mitsubishi Evo 8. The 2003 Evo 8 is the epitome of what an all-purpose street car is supposed to be. Pumping out 450 horsepower, this daily driver covers the quarter mile in 11.6 seconds and goes from 0 to 60 in 3.4. That's faster than a Lamborghini and $200,000 less. Holla.
What up, boys? How's it going? Sal? Eric? Greg, nice to meet you, man.
Right.
Tell me something about XS that I don't know.
We're the best at what we do.
You're the best.
Best. We stick mostly to performance and racing. You want 600 horsepower, you want to make the car turn, that's what we're here for.
If you want to just have shiny wheels and have a car that goes boom, this isn't the place.
Not really. Here you get big turbos, remote reservoir shocks, you know, the good stuff.
You don't hear those terms on Pimp My Ride. No. Remote reservoir shocks and big turbos. Because you can't just throw that on anything.
Right, exactly.
Sweet. Well, I'd love to take a look at the place and some of the cars that you guys are working on and see what it is that you do here at XS, man. How'd you get involved? How'd you first get started in tuning? How old were you?
I was about 15.
Did you start off in your own garage?
Started with my own garage, my parents' garage, I should say. People would just hit me up, like, hey man, can you do this to my car? Can you do that to my car? Soon enough, I had like 5 or 6 cars outside my parents' house, and I had to get a shop, so.
They were like, get this out of here.
Yeah,
we love you, you're being industrial, but get this out of here.
Here we got a 2000 R34 Skyline.
If you own a Skyline like this and you pull up in front of the club, chances are a girl might get in with you at the end of the day, right?
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt at all.
I mean, you have to already have some natural assets.
Of course,
but
you have the skills.
If you own a Skyline, your game definitely
it's got a plus.
Is improved. In certain area codes of Southern California. We'll get you a list of those at the end of the show. Sweet. I want to see the dyno.
Despite all the hype surrounding the Mitsubishi Evo, Eric still has to prove its worth by putting it on the dyno. Now we'll really see what this car can do.
When we hook the car up to the dyno, we gotta be able to data log all the information from the engine. Greg's down there hooking up some special O2 sensor
He's also hooked up a high-speed pyrometer to measure the exhaust temperature.
No problem. I understand. I do this all the time. Let's fire up this dyno. We got work to do here. Wow. We find out anything good? It sure as hell look cool. Maybe we'll ask the big boss, see if I can get in the car. He's looking right now like, are you out of your damn mind, Sal?
Our first pass on the dyno establishes the baseline. Then additional passes are made, fine-tuning the fuel and emission timing for optimum performance and safety. The dyno test indicates that our Evo is misfiring, so a voltage amplifier is installed which produces a hotter spark, resulting in a more complete combustion. We then take it to the track for the final test.
Feeling pretty good. As the tires started warming up, I started going faster, and it was a lot of fun.
Hugging the turns at higher speeds, the Evo 8 showed its mettle and performed better on the track today than Merritt's M3. Remember, the Evo is simply a remarkable car, a lightning-fast daily driver that's able to hug and grip the road. Watching Merritt and Eric out on the track inspired yours truly to get out there in the S4 and show them how I get down. Not bad for a young Padawan. But when we come back, we'll meet a mid-level father and son team that's making their mark on the drifting scene. And your boy gets a few tips from the Jedi Master of Drifting, Tanner Foust.
Only took 2 hours to get out here to Murrieta Hot Springs, California. They don't call it Hot Springs for nothing. We're at McKinney Motorsports to meet Gary and Mac McKinney. They are a mid-level tuner shop doing big things in the Formula D world. These guys don't have the big bucks, the big factory sponsorship, but for some reason, they're getting seconds in Formula D. So we came here to find out why, how, the whole shebang. Let's go.
Formula D is a professional drifting series that tours racetracks around North America.
Gary.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, man.
How's the drive out?
Long, hot, as it always is when you come to the Inland Empire.
Oh yeah, it's always a drag out here.
What are the challenges that you face not having the big bucks? What are the biggest challenges, the biggest headaches that you guys go through?
Spending a lot of time on the car. We have a lot of sponsors that help us, but it doesn't cover 100%. So we try to work around the motor issues or, the driver stuff and try to make compromises.
Take out some bubble gum and...
Yeah, a lot of duct tape when he hits.
got a good duct tape spot there.
Yeah.
So what's up with the little flat screen DVD situation with the crazy little gizmos on it?
Really, I don't know a lot about it, but our driver does. Hold on, here he is actually. This is Tanner Foust.
Ask and you shall receive.
How's it going?
World famous Tanner Foust, Sal Masekela, nice to meet you, man.
Tanner Foust is not only a driver for McKinney Motorsports, he's also a television host, a movie stunt driver, and one of the top professional drifters in the country.
We were just talking about your car, and then I noticed the little Pioneer situation in there.
Oh yeah, our top secret system.
Not anymore.
It's actually very cool. I'll show you. This thing, this is new.